It is not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. This timeless wisdom from Marcus Aurelius reminds us that our responses define us, not the actions of others. Kindness is one of the most profound virtues, a light that can illuminate even the darkest corners of the human spirit. But why, then, does kindness sometimes lead to disrespect? The truth lies in the delicate balance between generosity and self-respect. When kindness lacks boundaries, it can be mistaken for weakness. People may begin to take advantage of your goodwill, assuming that your patience and understanding are infinite. While their actions reflect their character, your reaction shapes yours. Does this mean you should stop being kind? Absolutely not. Instead, it means you must couple your kindness with clarity. Kindness is not the absence of strength, it is the presence of controlled power. It is choosing compassion when you could choose vengeance, forgiveness when you could choose anger. But it must coexist with self-worth. When you allow others to mistreat you in the name of kindness, you inadvertently teach them that your needs are secondary. Marcus Aurelius also said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Let your kindness flow freely but within the boundaries of self-respect. Learn to say no without guilt and yes without fear. True kindness is firm yet gentle, a reflection of inner strength, not surrender. By balancing compassion with self-respect, you create relationships rooted in mutual appreciation rather than exploitation. It is not unkind to set boundaries, it is necessary. In doing so, you ensure your kindness uplifts others without ever diminishing yourself. 1. The paradox of kindness, strength and compassion. Kindness, a virtue praised across cultures and philosophies, often carries a paradox. It is sometimes mistaken for weakness. When you extend understanding, patience, and empathy, some may assume you lack firmness or resolve. This misconception stems from the belief that strength must be loud and aggressive, while kindness often operates quietly. However, true kindness requires immense strength, a strength that Stoic philosophy illuminates with timeless clarity. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, taught that the key to a virtuous life lies in balance and self-mastery. They understood that being kind does not mean allowing yourself to be trampled upon. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This teaches us that while we cannot control how others perceive or treat us, we can control our reactions. Kindness, when grounded in inner strength, remains unshaken by external disrespect. Epictetus emphasized the importance of knowing one's worth. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? This wisdom reminds us that self-respect and kindness are not opposites but allies. To be truly kind, you must first value yourself. When you respect your boundaries and principles, your kindness gains credibility. It becomes an offering of strength, not submission. The Stoics show us how to walk the fine line between compassion and self-preservation. Set boundaries without guilt, assert yourself with grace, and let your kindness reflect inner strength rather than dependence on others' approval. Kindness is not about pleasing everyone, it is about staying true to your values while uplifting others. By embracing this balance, you transform kindness from a potential vulnerability into an enduring source of strength. 2. The paradox of kindness, strength misunderstood. Kindness is often regarded as one of the highest virtues, a reflection of empathy and compassion. Yet, this admirable quality carries a paradox. People sometimes mistake kindness for weakness. When you consistently offer patience, generosity, or understanding, some may perceive it as a lack of boundaries or firmness. This misunderstanding arises from a common belief that strength must be forceful, while kindness appears soft or yielding. But true kindness, as the Stoics teach us, is anything but weak. It is an act of deliberate strength rooted in self-mastery and wisdom. Stoic philosophy provides profound guidance on navigating this paradox. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Kindness, when anchored in self-control and self-awareness, becomes a choice rather than a compulsion. It is not about pleasing others or avoiding conflict but about acting in alignment with your values. Epictetus further advises, Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. From this, we learn that while we cannot control how others interpret our kindness, we can ensure it is not offered at the expense of our dignity or well-being. True kindness is measured, not boundless. It respects both others and oneself. To balance kindness with self-respect, the Stoics encourage us to set clear boundaries and maintain integrity. Saying no when necessary is not unkind, it is essential for preserving your strength. By following their teachings, kindness becomes a powerful tool of connection and compassion, rather than a source of exploitation. The Stoics teach us that kindness, when combined with self-respect, is not a weakness but a reflection of inner resilience and moral clarity. It is strength underpinned by wisdom. 3. Why kindness is misunderstood. Kindness is a virtue that can heal relationships, build trust, and foster goodwill. Yet, it is often misunderstood and, at times, even exploited. The human tendency to take generosity for granted stems from an ingrained belief: what is freely given must be limitless. This misconception leads people to associate excessive kindness with a lack of boundaries or strength. For example, in the workplace, an overly accommodating employee who takes on additional tasks without protest may soon find themselves burdened with expectations that others are unwilling to shoulder. Similarly, in personal relationships, always saying yes can cause others to assume your time and energy are infinite. This unintentional cycle diminishes the value of your kindness and, worse, leads to feelings of being unappreciated or disrespected. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, reminds us, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. This profound quote highlights the discomfort often associated with setting boundaries. Saying no, asserting yourself, or choosing to prioritize your needs over others' expectations may initially feel awkward or even invite criticism. But this discomfort is essential for growth and self-respect. Kindness without boundaries is like a river without banks; its flow loses direction and purpose. By setting clear limits, you preserve the value of your kindness, ensuring it is not misinterpreted as weakness. Saying no does not make you unkind, it makes your yes more meaningful. The Stoics teach us that true strength lies in self-control and the courage to act in alignment with our values. Kindness is most powerful when it is intentional, balanced, and guided by self-respect. To protect your generosity from being misunderstood, embrace boundaries as an act of love for yourself and others. 4. The Stoic perspective on kindness and strength. Kindness, to the Stoics, is not just a social obligation but an essential virtue deeply rooted in inner strength and self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius captured this sentiment beautifully when he wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." For the Stoics, being kind is not about seeking approval or recognition but about acting in alignment with one's values, regardless of external circumstances. Stoicism emphasizes that true kindness comes from within and is not dependent on the actions or reactions of others. This perspective liberates kindness from the burden of reciprocity. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself and his readers that the actions of others are beyond our control. If someone fails to appreciate your kindness, it is a reflection of their character, not yours. However, the Stoics also caution against the dangers of seeking external validation. When kindness is driven by the need for approval, it loses its purity and becomes a transaction. This reliance on external validation makes you vulnerable to disappointment and manipulation. Epictetus taught that the only approval worth pursuing is that of your own conscience. He encouraged self-reliance, saying, "No man is free who is not master of himself." To practice Stoic kindness, you must find strength in your principles, not in the praise or gratitude of others. Be kind because it aligns with your values, not because you expect a specific outcome. This mindset ensures your kindness is a source of inner peace rather than frustration. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches that kindness is both a strength and a choice. It is an expression of self-control and virtue, not a tool for gaining favor. By focusing on internal virtues and letting go of external expectations, you embody true kindness in its most powerful form. 5. Balancing kindness and self-respect. Kindness is often seen as a sign of a good heart, but when misunderstood, it can lead to exploitation. To be truly kind without compromising your self-respect requires wisdom and discernment. It is not about always saying yes or being overly accommodating, it is about balancing compassion with strength and understanding when to stand your ground. Epictetus offers profound guidance on this balance. Know, first, who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. This reminds us that self-awareness is the foundation of all virtues, including kindness. When you understand your values, boundaries, and worth, your kindness becomes a conscious choice rather than a compulsion. You can give freely without losing yourself in the process. The wisdom to discern when to be kind and when to assert yourself is essential. For instance, being kind does not mean tolerating disrespect in personal relationships or allowing colleagues to take advantage of your willingness to help. In such moments, standing your ground is not unkind, it is necessary for preserving your dignity and maintaining healthy boundaries. Balancing kindness with self-respect requires the courage to say no when needed and the strength to endure discomfort. Setting limits may feel awkward, but it protects both your well-being and the integrity of your kindness. True kindness uplifts both the giver and the receiver, it does not come at the cost of one's self-worth. To embody this balance, practice kindness as an expression of your values, not a need for approval. Remember that kindness paired with self-respect commands respect from others. By knowing who you are and staying true to your principles, you can be both compassionate and resilient, a combination that reflects the deepest strength of character. 6. How to practice kindness without losing respect. Kindness is a powerful virtue, but when misapplied, it can lead to being taken for granted. The key to practicing kindness without losing respect lies in balancing compassion with self-respect. Stoic philosophy offers timeless wisdom and practical tools for achieving this balance, teaching us how to remain kind without compromising our dignity. 1. Set firm boundaries while remaining polite. Kindness should never come at the expense of your well-being. Setting boundaries is not unkind, it is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and self-respect. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. This means you are responsible for protecting your inner peace, even if it means saying no or drawing a line. For example, if someone constantly asks for your time or resources, politely but firmly communicate your limits. A simple, "I wish I could help, but I can't take on more right now," conveys kindness while respecting your boundaries. 2. Say no with grace when necessary. Saying no can be challenging, especially when you fear disappointing others. However, as Epictetus advised, know, first, who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. This means understanding your values and priorities and letting them guide your actions. Declining requests that conflict with your needs or principles is not a rejection of kindness, it's an affirmation of your integrity. Practice saying no in a way that is polite but confident. Avoid defensiveness or guilt, instead, trust that your boundaries are valid. 3. Avoid over-explaining or seeking approval. One of the most common pitfalls in practicing kindness is over-explaining your actions or seeking validation. This can undermine your authority and create the impression that your kindness is conditional on others' approval. The Stoics teach us that virtue is its own reward. When you act kindly, do so because it aligns with your values, not because you expect recognition. If you need to decline a favor or assert a boundary, a brief and clear explanation is sufficient. For example, "I'm not able to help this time" is enough, there's no need to justify yourself endlessly. 4. Embrace assertive kindness. Stoic kindness is rooted in strength and wisdom. It is not about pleasing everyone but about acting in accordance with your principles. When you are assertive in your kindness, you maintain control over your actions and preserve your self-respect. Speak with clarity, listen actively, and respond thoughtfully, but do not allow others to take advantage of your goodwill. 5. Reflect on your intentions. Finally, Stoic kindness is intentional and deliberate. Before acting, ask yourself, am I being kind because it reflects my values, or because I feel obligated? By aligning your kindness with your principles, you ensure that it comes from a place of strength rather than weakness. Practicing kindness with respect requires courage, self-awareness, and balance. By setting boundaries, saying no with grace, and acting with intention, you can embody a kindness that uplifts others while preserving your own dignity. Kindness is a strength, not a weakness. True kindness is not a weakness, it is one of the greatest strengths a person can possess. Rooted in self-awareness and self-respect, kindness is the deliberate choice to uplift others while remaining true to yourself. It is not about seeking approval, avoiding conflict, or sacrificing your well-being to please others. Instead, it is a reflection of your inner values, a conscious act of compassion balanced with boundaries. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This Stoic wisdom speaks directly to the heart of practicing kindness with resilience. While you cannot control how others perceive or respond to your kindness, you can control your intentions and actions. When kindness flows from a place of inner strength and clarity, it is unshaken by external circumstances or the opinions of others. To embody kindness as a strength, start by cultivating self-awareness. Reflect on your values and priorities, and let them guide your actions. Kindness rooted in self-awareness is intentional, it is given freely, not out of obligation or a desire for validation. This clarity empowers you to act with confidence, even in the face of misunderstandings or unkindness. Equally important is self-respect. Being kind does not mean allowing others to take advantage of you or compromising your well-being for the sake of harmony. Setting boundaries is not unkind, it is a vital act of self-preservation. By respecting your own needs and limits, you ensure that your kindness is sustainable and meaningful. True kindness also requires courage. It takes strength to choose compassion over retaliation, patience over frustration, and forgiveness over resentment. But it also takes courage to say no when necessary, to stand firm in your principles, and to protect your time and energy. This balance, compassion tempered with strength, is what makes kindness so powerful. Kindness is not about being perfect or pleasing everyone. It is about staying true to your values, even in difficult moments. When you practice kindness with intention and balance, you inspire respect from others and peace within yourself. As you move through life, remember that kindness is not a sign of weakness but a profound expression of your strength. Be kind not because the world demands it but because it aligns with the best version of yourself. Let your kindness be a reflection of your self-awareness, a testament to your self-respect, and a gift to those around you. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you embrace this wisdom, you can embody kindness as both a virtue and a source of resilience, enriching your life and the lives of others with grace and strength.